Have you ever looked up and realized, oh no, I'm late again? Or maybe you told yourself you have plenty of time, but now it's 4 p.m., you're still in your pajamas, and that one task you swore you'd get done hasn't even started? Or perhaps you miss or almost miss deadlines all the time. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. And no, you're not lazy, disorganized, or broken. This is time blindness, and it's a real part of ADHD. It's not about willpower, it's not about caring more, and it's definitely not something a better planner can fix. In today's video, we're going to talk about what time blindness actually is, why it feels so personal and painful, and most importantly, what actually helps when you feel like time is slippery and unreliable. Let's dive in. Let's start with the basics. Time blindness is the ADHD brain's inability to accurately perceive or feel time. It's not that we don't know what time it is. I mean, we can read a clock. It's just that we don't have an internal sense of it the way neurotypical people do. It shows up in three big ways. The past feels like it's gone forever. Like once something is done, it's out of sight, out of mind. Learning from past mistakes or building habits takes extra effort. And the future is foggy. You can intend to do something next week, but future you feels completely disconnected from now you. That's why preparing early feels almost impossible. The present is everything. ADHD brains tend to live in two times, now and not now. If something is not happening right this second, it might as well not exist. This is neurobiological. It's tied to how the ADHD brain processes time through the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for planning, sequencing, and forward thinking. And because our brains don't naturally track time passing, like the movement of the sun, like light, or hunger cues when we're hyper-focused, we miss cues, like I just said, that others don't. So here's where this starts to get emotional. Time blindness doesn't just cause inconvenience. It often causes shame. You're late to a meeting or forget an appointment. Again, you lose track of time and let someone down. You start the day with great intentions and it ends up feeling like you failed. It's so easy to internalize that. To tell yourself, I just need to be more disciplined. Or worse, what's wrong with me? But the truth is, it isn't about effort. It's about access. When your brain literally can't perceive time in a reliable way, you end up working twice as hard just to stay on time. And even then, you're still behind. And for so many high-functioning ADHD women, this hits even harder. You've probably spent years building workarounds, overcommitting, running on adrenaline, people-pleasing, relying on urgency as your motivator. But when life changes, like your stress tolerance lowers, maybe your hormones shift during perimenopause, or you just can't keep white-knuckling it anymore, those workarounds you created collapse. And suddenly, time blindness isn't just frustrating, it's debilitating. So let's talk about some of the classic ADHD time lies we tell ourselves. This will only take 5 minutes. It doesn't. I've got plenty of time. You don't. I'll do it later. You won't. I work better under pressure. Okay, maybe, but do you feel better when you do it that way? Oftentimes you're dysregulating your nervous system, which doesn't really benefit you in the long run. These lies aren't a sign that we're delusional. They're your brain doing its best to create dopamine where there isn't any or limited access. Because here's the truth. ADHD brains don't respond to importance. They respond to interest. That's why things that are urgent, exciting, or emotionally charged get done fast. And boring but important tasks sit untouched for weeks. And I say weeks, but maybe years, right? We have interest-based nervous systems, not priority-based ones. So now that we understand why this happens, what do we actually do about it? Here are 5 ADHD-friendly strategies that actually work. Number 1, externalize time. You can't feel time passing, so make it visible. Use analog clocks so you can see time move. Get a time timer or similar visual countdown timer. Create a visual schedule using whiteboards, sticky notes, or block calendars. Number 2, chunk your day into time containers. Instead of saying, I'll do this today, say, I'll work on this in the afternoon, or I'll work on this after lunch. This helps your brain hold the shape of the day without micromanaging every minute, which then can end up feel like a cage. Number 3, use micro deadlines with context. Don't just set a big deadline, set mini check-in points, and always include why it matters. Email slides today by 3 p.m. so I'm not scrambling before the meeting. Number 4, gamify the task. ADHD brains love novelty and challenge, so race the clock to see how fast you can get it done. Use FocusMate or another body doubling tool. Try a dopamine sandwich by doing something fun, then the boring-ish task, then reward yourself again. Number 5, regulate before you act. If your nervous system is in fight, flight, freeze, or shutdown, you will not be able to plan or start things because the only thing your brain body are concerned about that time or focused on is survival. So before you reach for your to-do list, check in with your body. Are you grounded? Do you feel safe enough to begin? And I'm gonna be real honest. This morning I was like, I'm not regulated. I just gotta start. I gotta start. And you know what? After about 10 minutes, I was so unfocused and scattered. I thought to myself, this isn't working. I need to follow my own advice and do something to regulate my nervous system. And I have other videos that goes over that more, but for now, try doing something like noticing your natural breath and inviting it to slow, maybe even deepen into your belly as you notice it. Maybe touch something soft or warm. Do a little movement or practice 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 by noticing 5 things you see, 4 things you feel to the touch, 3 things you hear, 2 things you smell, and 1 thing you taste. Regulation opens the door to executive function. Here's the big shift I want you to walk away with. You don't need to be a time management wizard. You don't need to force yourself into rigid systems that don't work for your brain. Plus, that you'll probably kick to the curb after a while because you'll feel too trapped. You need support that makes sense for you. Time success doesn't mean perfect punctuality or flawless planning. It means reducing chaos, protecting your energy, and learning to trust your rhythms. And it means stopping the shame spiral, because all those times you were late or missed a deadline or couldn't follow through, those were not failures. They were signs that you needed a better, more effective system and more compassion. You can learn to work with your brain, and it starts small. If you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and start getting traction, even with time blindness, download my free guide, the 5-Step Taskmaster Plan. It's a simple ADHD-friendly roadmap that helps you break through procrastination and get moving on the stuff that actually matters. You can grab it in the link below. It's free, it's doable, and it's built for your ADHD brain. You've got this. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.